Hi, Bartholomew.
Hi, Miss Jody.
How are you today?
I am doing great. I'm doing super. I'm doing awesome. I'm doing fabulous.
I can't outdo that, Bartholomew.
Yeah, well.
I'm doing pretty well myself.
Yes, you are.
Guess what?
What?
I made a new friend.
Really?
Yes.
I love making new friends.
Me?
Who is it?
Oh, me too. She wrote a book and her name is Nancy Swartz.
Oh, cool.
She wrote a book about animals, Bartholomew.
Oh, that's great.
I know.
Do we get to meet her?
We do get to meet her. In fact,
Really?
boys and girls, we have Nancy Swartz with us, and she's going to tell you about our new book, and she is going to read the book for you.
Oh, wow.
I know.
That's great. I can't wait to meet her.
So Bartholomew and I are going to settle in and listen to Miss Nancy Swartz, and we hope you enjoy your time with her.
Enjoy, kids.
Hello, boys and girls and families at Grace Church Cathedral in Charleston, South Carolina. My name is Nancy Sohn Swartz, and I am honored and delighted to share with you my story about the story of creation. In Our Image, God's First Creatures, available now through Turner Publishing. Over 25 years ago, I sat in my synagogue, hearing the story of creation. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Words I had heard and seen for almost every year of my life. And God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness." And then the rabbi asked, "Who's God talking to?" Wow! Though I'd heard these words so many times over and over, I'd never noticed that before. I never noticed the word us. I never heard the words in our image. Who is God talking to? I've always loved nature. The flowers, the trees, the birds, the animals. I've always felt connected to the beauty of nature. And somehow that question, who is God talking to, touched my heart with a possible answer. A possible answer and a story that I didn't even know I was carrying inside me. I raised my hand and said, maybe God is speaking to everything that had just been created. The sun, the moon, the stars, the fish in the water, the birds in the sky, the trees, the animals that walked upon the earth. Maybe God was speaking to all of creation so we could be connected to all of nature and be a reflection of everything that came before us, in addition to being in God's image. The rabbi smiled and said, "That's nice. Do something with that." He then asked me if I could give a sermon and share it with the congregation about my idea. And I did. I researched many of the ways that people and nature are alike. And then I wrote my sermon and ended it with a little story about a conversation between God and the animals. Everyone told me I should take that story and make it into a book. I'd always wanted to be a children's author ever since I was a little girl. Maybe this would be the book, I thought. And so I wrote up a manuscript and sent it off to a publisher, but it was not accepted. And then I sent it to another publisher, but it was not accepted either. But I didn't give up. You see, a few years before that, my mother was ill, and I had promised her that one day I would write a book, and I would dedicate it to her. And she looked at me, and she smiled, and she said, "I know." It was the way she said, "I know," that made me believe that too. And so when my manuscript for a book wasn't accepted at first, I didn't give up. And then one day, I heard from Jewish Lights Publishing, who loved my story and couldn't wait to publish my book. A perfect match, the editor told me, and my dream to become a published author came true. There are stories inside all of us. There are dreams inside us. Write down your dreams and your stories. Keep a journal of your ideas and your questions, and let your heart guide you. Maybe you too might want to be an author or an illustrator or something else that is calling to you. Don't ever stop believing in yourself or in your dreams. I believe in you. I really hope you like my story. It is now my honor to read it to you.
In Our Image, God's First Creatures by Nancy Sohn Swartz. Illustrated by Melanie Hall. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And when the earth was almost done, God said, "Let us make humans in our image, after our likeness." To whom was God speaking? Who is us? Who else is included in the word our? In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, and the light and the darkness, and the waters and the land, and the trees and the plants, and the sun and the moon and the stars, and the fish in the waters, and the birds in the sky. And all the wild creatures upon the earth. And God saw that it was good. But something was missing, and God said, "Let us make humans in our image, after our likeness." All the animals heard the words of God, and they gathered together in the sunshine, among the trees and the plants and all that God had created. "Are you speaking to us?" they asked. And God said, "Yes, I am speaking to all that I have created. Man and woman shall be a part of nature, like each of you. And nature shall also be a part of them. Let us give our gifts to woman and to man, for in our image will I make them." The sun and the moon and the stars sparkled with excitement. The waters shimmered, and the earth quivered with anticipation. The birth of humankind. The animals were especially excited to be included in this important moment. They each thought about which gift they could give, so they would always be connected to man and to woman. "Make them brave," said the tiger. "Make them gentle," said the lamb. "Make them loud," roared the lion. "Make them quiet," hushed the clam. "Make them small," said the ant. "Make them large," called the whale. "Make them fast," snapped the cheetah. "Make them slow," drawled the snail. "Make them lazy," yawned the lizard. "Keep them busy," buzzed the bee. Then the swan spoke very softly. "Make them graceful, just like me." One after another, all of the animals shared their ideas for how to make man and woman in their image. The chimpanzee chattered, "Let them always be curious." The ostrich bent low, "Let them mind their own business." The giraffe simply smiled as it held its head high. "Let them swim," said the fish. The birds chirped, "Let them fly." And God said, "They'll have to figure that one out for themselves." The eagle said, "Then let them soar on wings." And the nightingale sang, "Give them voices that sing." "Have we forgotten anything?" asked the elephant. "Good hearing," said the owl. "Good vision," said the hawk. playfulness, laughed the dolphin. Good appetite, gulped the shark. All of creation became involved, offering their gifts to humankind. The moon spoke, give them guidance. The sun shone, give them warmth. The stars sparkled, give them wonder. The trees stood tall, give them strength. God thanked all of creation for their gifts, and God said, Behold, woman and man shall fill the earth and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that creeps upon the earth. And all the animals gasped and fled in fright and hid behind the shivering trees. What will become of us? They cried. God calmed them and said, Do not be afraid, for I will create man and woman in my image, after my likeness. Woman and man shall be partners with me to care for you and all the world. In addition to your gifts, I will give them the gifts of goodness and kindness and love. I will bless them with the ability to understand and to reason, so they can choose between right and wrong. Just as you give to them, they will give to you. The animals were no longer afraid. They came out from their hiding places and waited to see what God would create. And all of nature waited to see its reflection. It was time. A mist appeared and watered the ground. Out of the dust of the earth and with the breath of life, God created man and woman. In the image of God and in the image of all nature, God created them, and nature lived in humankind. And God saw that it was very good.
That was great.
I know, isn't that
Your new friend is awesome.
Isn't she?
Yes.
I love her book. I love the way that in the book the animals talked to God.
Yes.
About all their great qualities.
Yes.
I know.
Well, thank you, Miss Jody, and thank you, Miss Nancy, for reading the book to us.
Thank you very much, Nancy Swartz.
And thank you, kids. We'll see you tomorrow at Grace Church Cathedral.
Bye.
Hi, y'all. I just want to give a word of thanks to the publisher who gave us special permission to read this book and share its pictures with you. If you would like to thank them too, you can get this book in Gifts of Grace or from any bookseller. Thank you. Bye.